All right, welcome back. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the first time. This is the vent. This is my show where I talk about, things that are interesting that are going on, at least that I find interesting, and my perspective on how I feel about it. So let's get right into it. Not to bring it right back to Sean Diddy Combs, but he's just in the news right now. So what came out recently was him really beating on Cassie in the hotel room, and it looked like some type of, not to say that it's not funny at all, but it looked like something out of a weird comedy movie where this dude is running out in a towel and then he's over here abusing a woman, and it's like, what world are we living in right now? Where allegedly he also paid off the hotel so that he could have that footage. I'm not sure whether that's real or not. I don't know. But, another thing that makes it really not a good look for Diddy in this here moment. It was weird because, like I said before, he was really out of the news for a little bit. And then, this kind of just put him right back at the forefront. And then he also did the thing, which, I don't know how to advise somebody in a situation like that, but then he came out and apologized for it and said that he was disgusted in his behavior, and he was disgusted then, he's disgusted now. And that's cool and all, but it's almost just like the wound is already open, and it's not like you apologizing is really going to sway one group of people either way or the other. It's just kind of more evidence that Diddy might not have been such a good guy all along. And I don't feel any type of way about Diddy before this or anything like that. I don't think anybody should be putting their hands on a woman, obviously. But this is just not a good look for him, and he really got to figure out some type of PR move to get him back, because that apology move, it just wasn't it, It's like, yeah, you apologize, but also you only came to apologize after that video come out, which, makes sense because it's relevant. You want to bring it up, to yourself, about yourself, but yeah, it's just a little bit almost like too little too late. Like, you're already being investigated, and there's a lot of rumors going around about what Diddy's been into. A lot of great memes coming out as well, I will say. But yeah, I guess he's back. He's back on this, but it might be for something different. He's back in the zeitgeist. But we'll continue to see how this Diddy story plays out, because it's not looking good for Mr. Combs. He just like I said, I don't know what way you go out of this that makes you not have that stain on your kind of legacy. It's just. Yeah, the video's there, and then, like I said, all these rumors are kind of swirling around and stuff like that. The Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef kind of took it away, took away some of the eyes from that for a little bit, but now, we're back, and that beef is, at least it's fizzled down for now until somebody else drops another track. But it's but it's almost just like this is another example of how the entertainment industry really can be, it can be real secretive, almost diabolical in some ways, because that there's people that either they work for this person or they know this person, and they're not speaking up about this. They're not saying what's really going on behind the scenes. And this isn't just, this is an isolated incident, but, there's other, there's certain things like the Quiet on Set documentary that came out about Nickelodeon, or even some of the allegations that have come towards, different stars, like Jason Derulo, I think, was under he has some flack about doing some kind of weird, secret, ritualistic type of deals behind closed doors with some of his signed artists. But like I said, it's just shows that when there's money involved and there's a lot of power, sometimes people I mean, I don't know if they're like that to begin with, but they start to, in my opinion, they feel like they can get away with things that are, just, it isn't, that's not good behavior. But because you have money and you have power and you have people standing behind you, you feel like you can do it, or at the moment you feel like you're unstoppable, which it makes sense. I mean, at up until the point of this, Diddy was really on top of the game. I don't think anybody was touching Diddy in terms of finances or business mogul status or any of that. Um, but yeah, I think it's a lot harder to hide things nowadays with the internet, and just there's cameras everywhere, and um, you need a real tight net to keep things secret. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of secrets and stuff that we don't know about, because those nets do exist, and there's people that will vouch for, let's say stars or people of power, to hide things for them. I don't think, I think that's just um, part of what human beings do, when they start, like I said, getting to those higher levels of power. So, yeah, it's strange. It's unfortunate, but we'll see where it goes. Like I said, I don't know where Diddy goes from here. I don't know what he can say or what this investigation's about to bring up. Who knows? It could really be anything. But we about to see. Like I said, it'll come to light soon enough. Once you start being in that eye, I think it's a little hard to start hiding everything, because then more people feel like they can speak up because this person has spoke up about that, or this evidence is there, so they don't feel as pressured to keep a secret. Like, for even another example, like Bill Cosby, apparently there was a lot of rumors about the things that he would be doing to women, in the comedy and entertainment world. But for a long time, it wasn't very known in the zeitgeist. But it was in those circles there was an idea, at least, of what was happening. And sometimes it might just be that you hear something, but it's like you're not close to these people, so how could you say that, yeah, this person is that or this person is this, when you don't really know? So it kind of makes sense in a way where that these things don't come out until years after, because it's just everybody's living their life, everybody's trying to get their own, and trying to work on their own career. So it's not like you always have time to be investigating somebody else's business and doing this or that. So, yeah, that's been interesting lately. See, like I said, we'll see what happens with Diddy, and all things considered, I wish any victims all the best, and yeah, I just hope that there's some clarity in what's been happening, and who's been abused and who's been hurt in these situations. So moving on to what recently happened today, or not today, I'm sorry, because a couple of days ago or something, is Tyson Fury got beat by Alexander Usyk. So that was, I'm not gonna lie, that was unexpected, very unexpected when I saw it, especially near the end of the rounds where he almost got knocked down. I mean, he almost got knocked out, really, but he wasn't. Yeah, it just didn't seem like the same Tyson Fury, to at least from what I've seen in the past of what he's done. He just didn't look. He didn't look like the one who was leading the dance. So it was. I just really didn't expect it. The smaller man came through, and he just outboxed really a master in his own right, Tyson Fury. And then he walked away with, the undisputed titles. So, a couple of things on this. I'm really curious about what the Francis Ngannou fight did to Tyson Fury in terms of his mentality and how he feels about himself, because, I mean, obviously he is one of the greatest champions of all time still, even though he lost, and, you can't take away his accolades and accomplishments. But I do think that fight was a surprise to him, because a lot of people thought that he lost that fight. He still, he still won, and he didn't technically lose the fight, but he got knocked down by Francis. And it wasn't I don't think it was the type of fight that he expected. So I just think that fight really, it might have changed him in a way, it might have just made him see things differently about himself. Maybe lose a little bit more confidence in his ability. Considering that Francis Ngannou had his first boxing fight with him, the lineal champion, and really gave him a close ass fight. I mean, that's as close a fight as you get without giving it to Francis, I think. So, coming off of that win over Francis, but highly contested amongst the populace. Yeah, you just wonder how a guy like that feels fighting against another guy that I think he probably felt the same way about Usyk. That Usyk's like 6'3" and Fury's like 6'9", and then just way outweighed him, and he obviously has the boxing skills to handle somebody of that level. But he lost to Usyk, and you wonder, like I said, how he was going into that fight, considering that he felt super confident in the Francis Ngannou fight. And looked like he kind of got shocked a little bit at his inability to, manipulate Francis in that world and control the pace and control the dance. It's like, yeah, what does that do to somebody? And, he's getting older a little, I think I'm not 100% sure, but he's got to be at least 35 or 36. But yeah, and then to lose this fight, it's just, it's something that I just didn't expect, I really thought that Fury was going to pull it out, outbox him, outsize him, just be able to, control the dance. But, he didn't. He got beat by the better man that night. And, Tyson Fury said that he thinks he won that fight. But, you watch that fight, and I think it's pretty obvious who won that fight. It was Usyk. But, yeah, it's going to be, apparently I think they're doing a rematch. So I'm sure that'll either happen later this year or next year. But, yeah, I want to see what he comes back like in that fight, because in his Deontay Wilder fights, in my opinion, every time that he came back to fight Deontay, he looked like a better version of himself, but he never lost any of those fights. The first one was a draw, and then he won the next two. They weren't easy wins. He got knocked down, I think, once or twice, but, he showed his ability to overcome in those. And not that I don't think he doesn't have that anymore. I mean, like I said, you can't take away what he's done in the sport. But I'm really interested to see his approach in how he comes back and what he's feeling like, because if that happens to you twice, I would say, you get shocked by two opponents in a row. But how much do you start questioning, do I still got it? Am I still the top? Am I really who I say I am all the time? Is Father Time starting to get, the better of me? You don't know. You don't know where he's mentally at in that sense, and that's his first loss. This is his first loss against Usyk. So then there's that. And, he's been open about his struggles with depression and addiction and all that. So, a person that's been through stuff like that, you feel like they can be a little sensitive to things that, mentally are gripping them or they're struggling with, So, yeah, we'll see. I hope he's doing well after that fight. I'm sure he's back in the gym, as soon as possible, and he's training for that rematch with Usyk, because I know he wants that one back. But yeah, congratulations to Usyk, though, to really overcome Tyson Fury in that fight. I mean, like I said, it was just, in my opinion, I did not see that coming at all. And then, to do it the way that he did it, very masterfully, and just outboxing, one of the best heavyweight champions we've ever seen. It's like, damn, bro. I mean, that's why I love fighting, though. You never know what's gonna happen, and there's the storylines. They kind of create themselves in a lot of ways. Um, Because yeah, I mean, you always knew Usyk was a straight beast. I mean, the way that he defeated Anthony Joshua. Um, it's the same thing. It's just like it's a guy who's not gonna let anybody stop him, and then to come through and get that win, it's got to be one of the biggest. I mean, it's definitely the biggest win of his career. Um, so yeah, congratulations to Usyk, and we'll see where that goes in the rematch. I really hope that both guys come back and fight. I mean, outdo themselves from the first fight that they just had, because it was a great fight. Not taking anything away from Tyson Fury. He was really putting it on Usyk at the beginning, but Usyk walked away the better man. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, congratulations to Usyk and to Tyson Fury. I hope you're coming back, and I hope you're coming through with that Gypsy King energy, because I know you got it. I know he's got it. But so on to something else that I saw recently is apparently there's I don't know if whatever whoever saw this, but the meteor that flew over Portugal the other day, it looked like something out of a damn movie. Like, is this Alien vs Predator right now? Like, what is happening, fam? Because there's so much different phenomena that's happening in the sky in recent reports, I think. And the cameras are so good nowadays, so you can really see, you won't see what's flying, but it's just like crazy. You just see like this blue big ball of light fly through the sky and then leave almost like a burn mark in the sky, and you're like, damn, man, it's just crazy. And I think things like that always put it into perspective. It's like, this is like, life is so fragile in a lot of ways, because like, imagine if that thing would have just came through and hit a couple of miles closer to the earth and hit the earth. It's like, who knows what would have happened, instead of just flying past. Because I mean, it's obviously big enough to get in the atmosphere if you could see it, I'm assuming, right? I'm no meteorologist, but yeah, it's like, it's wild to see stuff like that, and then you're just you just realize that we're just on a big flying ball of dirt kind of thing, and everything is like flying past us too. There's like a million things flying past us at any given moment, and I mean, at any moment, one of those things could just impact the earth, and it'd be done here. It'd be donezo. So yeah, it's just wild. Like, it's so crazy to see stuff like that. I've seen like a couple shooting stars just in the sky, or a couple of UFOs, some things flying by that they're like a different color, and you're like, what the hell? I've never seen something like that. But yeah, those phenomena are always crazy to me. It's like, yo, like, when the aliens coming, fam? Like, just come down. You know what I'm saying? Give me some technology. Give me that like anti-gravity freaking morphic resonance crazy type equipment that you got. Like, come through. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just to bring this meteor shit into aliens, it's like, I don't know. I just think that it's so close to everything's gonna be changing soon so much. With the advent of AI, and then you got all this UFO and AVP talk and all this stuff, or I don't know what the thing is, the acronym for the other thing is. But anyways, it's just like, yeah, it just reminds me, like, I think things are about to change so much in the next couple of years that we're not even going to recognize how fast it's going until years down the line. Even the past couple of years have been crazy. Like, you just think about all the stuff that's happened in humanity, all the wars, and like I said, all the phenomena in the air that's going on, and all the talk about other life forms, and it's coming. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's coming, and it's coming faster than we think, and we just got to be ready to adapt, because You know, I don't think it's necessarily going to be bad for us. I think it's going to be it's going to be interesting and exciting, and some new things are going to be afoot. But yeah, it's just like different things that are happening, or even the nine. I mean, I don't know if this is real or not, but I saw a video of it. The nine light beams that were just in Japan, just in the sky. It's like, what the fuck is that? Swords of revealing light? Like, is that like what the fuck is that? You know, there's no explanation for it, and it seems like these things are happening more consistently, and more people are able to, like I said, videotape them with the, everybody has a phone, everybody has a good camera nowadays. But yeah, I just think everything is speeding up, and it's gonna get to this point where, you know, we tip over and then everything changes. And everything that we thought that we knew or we had an idea of is gonna be flipped, and we're not gonna really. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to and adjust, but I mean, it's exciting stuff, man. Because I think in a lot of ways, there's been a lot of information that's probably been kept from us, for safety reasons and whatever, because the public can't handle things, or so they say. But yeah, I think it's just it's always fun. It's always exciting to imagine, to think about what might be or what could be in those situations, and um, how everything can change for us. It's always a possibility, and like I said, with us just continuing to increase in technology and information and design, it's all getting closer, and it's all getting to a certain point where we're not gonna be, I don't think we're gonna be so out of the loop anymore. I think it's getting harder and harder to keep everybody out of the loop. Just because of the way that information is getting passed around, and not that there's information that's also bullshit. There's a lot of stuff that's not even real that goes around, and then you're like, a week later, you're like, oh, that story wasn't even real. So it's gonna be a lot coming at us, but I think I think it's going to be a good thing, and I think the adjustments that we're going to make are going to make us better as a species. Even though everything's, there's a lot of stuff that's going bad right now, and things aren't perfect, and there's a lot of issues that need to be taken care of. I think it's it's just part of the process that we're in, and it's not something that anybody could really explain, or if they say that they know what's going on, I don't really. I think everybody's just throwing out theories and hypotheses of what's next for us. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, keep your eyes up. Just check out what's going on. And just be grateful for the days, man, because you don't know. You never know how many you got left. So you might as well enjoy the ride, because it's coming. It's coming, daddy, and it's a roller coaster, fam. So it is what it is. But yeah. And then lastly, I like to talk about this. Speaking of technology and everything increasing, is the apparently Elon Musk's Neuralink got approved for its second trial in a human patient, because I guess the first guy that they put it in, it went well, and I think there was a story that he was able to play some type of game with his mind, or search the internet, something like that, and I think it helped him with something medically. I'm not 100% sure, but it's he said, I think by 2025 it'd be ready to roll out in people. So yeah, it's just like I said, another example of how fast we're going and how things are changing. If he's right on what he's saying and the things that this chip is going to be able to do, it's going to be great for people that have disabilities, people who have neurological issues, people that just need a certain adjustment in their biochemistry here or there. It seems like it has a lot of potential. If they're proving it for a second human, patient trial, whatever, that shows that, there's promise. There could be promise in this, and that it seems to be going well, So yeah, it's like I said, it's just moving in this direction where soon enough it won't be unnormal for somebody to have an implant or some type of technological equipment that helps them in their ability to live and function in normal life. It's all coming. It's gonna be here faster than we know it, and it's exciting stuff. It's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, I don't know if I want to put that shit in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, but then if you're gonna see like your friend or somebody has it, and they're over here, just able to basically outpace anybody mentally, and not really have a hitch. I'm sure there's going to be issues. It's not going to go perfect for everybody, but once you start seeing that it becomes normalized in society, I'm sure that it's just going to be the new, it's going to be the new iPhone. It's going to be the new laptop. It's just going to be the thing that people are doing, and we're probably just going to have to get used to it. Especially with AI continue to advance, and you can't even trust your eyes anymore what you see. Like I said, there's so much fake shit coming out here and there. It's like it might be the thing. It might be all happening for a reason. In a sense, like we might need this. We might need this technology in order to just decipher what is real and what is not. So. And not that I'm saying like, oh yeah, I want to get brain chips in everybody, and I want everybody, but I just think it's just the way that the world is going, and I think it's hard. Like I said, it's like when you're in school and everybody has an iPhone, and you're walking around and you got a Motorola Razor. It's like you're gonna want an iPhone. It's not weird. It's not like, it seems weird because it's an implant in your body, but I think it's just gonna be normalized. It's gonna take some time, but yeah, people will probably see the promise in it, and hopefully it'll lead to a better society. People that are more cooperative, more able to work together, not like more agreeable in the sense, not that they'll just take orders and do whatever somebody says, but maybe we'll be able to, like I said, see through the lies and the bullshit. And hopefully it's not some shit where like, everybody gets this thing, and then somebody has a master control over it, and then people are like, at the whims of this person, like, let's say Elon Musk or whatever. And then he's like, I don't want people to think this way. And then he could change that. I mean, you don't know, It depends what this technology is capable of and what we'll know. But like, if the technology is what it seems to be promising, we should be able to see things like that even before, predict them, certain outcomes of what could possibly be and what is. So yeah, like I said, it's just wild. It's just a crazy time right now. I'm really excited to keep seeing what they're doing with it and how they're helping people, because really that's the exciting part for me, is that some people that don't have mobility or functionality, or people that are struggling with certain diseases, they'll have this thing that could possibly change their life and make their life 10x better. It's a beautiful thing if we can get to that point. We can use technology to our benefit in that way. So I think that's really cool, and it's really exciting. Like I said, it's not 100% unscary. It's a little scary for sure, but I like to think positively about where we're going in the future. So we'll see. Like I said, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I hope it's not no AI overlords, but if it is, then it is what it is, and we got to keep pushing. That's like, life's just gonna keep throwing shit at you either way. So yeah, you keep pushing, or you just get out the way, pretty much. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all the things that I've had thinking about lately. But yeah, anyways, anybody's watching, appreciate the watch, and let's say if you are interested in this channel, want to see more vids, they'll be coming out I'm trying to do them pretty consistently. So, yeah, like and subscribe, the classic move. And thanks for watching.